Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here. And today I have for you what the home video market and the video store used to mean to entertainment. So I was recently watching and listening to the Full Moon podcast with Charles Band, and he had on there William Catt from The Greatest American Hero, Carrie, multiple other great things he's done in the past. And the conversation turned to the home video market and the video store. And that really resonated with me because as somebody who loved the video store and who loves physical media, the home video market was when they used to release, VHS's, DVDs back in the day after a movie went to a theater, or like straight to VHS movies back in the day. There was a big market around there. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up their conversation, that little part of that, what I'm talking about. We're going to go ahead and listen to it. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on all this afterwards because I thought this was really fascinating. And I'm going to go ahead and play it. So let's listen to it.
Back in the day, some of your well-known movies, some of mine, those movies got made because there was a real business in the home video business. You would make a movie, even if it didn't have a theatrical, you would release it on video. There were 20,000 stores. You would ship the unit. Back then it was VHS, and later on it became DVD. And God knows you would send an invoice, and they would pay the invoice. Mostly, they would pay the invoice, and you would actually, if you did a good job, make money. You actually take your negative cost back. Go, hey, I made some money because I made a clever movie. Those days are completely gone.
And I tell you what, along that same storyline, I miss going to Blockbuster.
Yes.
I miss the social aspect of it. I miss perusing and talking to the guys behind the counter. Then I say, hey,
we weren't the only ones that had.
What do you think is an interesting film? Who's an interesting up and coming filmmaker? And they would recommend certain
because
people.
many of those kids were knowledgeable. They were actually talking. They were film lovers. At my local Blockbuster, the fellow there was a student at UCLA, and he was learning about movies. And I mean, these were people who knew. So it is sad that, well, back to the swiping things like chicks now, the movies, and you can't even see artwork now. It's titles.
It's funny.
So I'm going to leave there, and because they go on and talk about some Marvel stuff and all that, like they talk about big budget movies. But yes, exactly. See, I miss the video store. I know some people don't like Blockbuster for what Blockbuster did, and I get it. But I miss like the mom and pops. I miss the video stores. I legitimately had those conversations as well. I miss the social atmosphere of it. Yes, we live in a digital age where everything is online, but sometimes it was fun to actually get out into the world and talk with people. And there was something special about that, the video store experience. And it really meant a lot to so many people, not just people like me who live in a small town, who's just your average nerd doing YouTube, but it meant something to celebrities, to directors, to people who actually worked in the video store business. And that's who basically as people who love physical media and the movies and entertainment, that was like our mecca that we like to go to. And also, as Charlie was mentioning there used to be and even like Matt Damon has sort of talked about this, there used to be a whole video home market for entertainment. You would make a movie. Sometimes they'd make a movie and put it into theaters, and now sometimes, all times they used to, and it'd be whether it was a big budget movie, a small budget movie, it would go in theaters, and you would watch it in the theater. You'd have this great experience, and then sometimes you'd have to wait 6 months to a year, and then it would come out on home video, VHS, then eventually DVD, like they mentioned, and it'd go to the video store, and they would recoup some money like that as well. They would make more money on that, or like with Charles Band and Troma, and other small, and Roger Corman and so many other small independent labels. They would make straight to VHS movies and put them out into the video stores. Sometimes Blockbuster, which I'm surprised Charles Band talked about Blockbuster, that sometimes Blockbuster wouldn't carry those movies because they were too naughty, but they would come out, and then these independent people and everything like that, and entertainment would make some money off of it. And see, people don't realize when streaming came along, when it not only killed the video store, and Blockbuster helped kill the video store as well with putting out other video stores themselves, so they kind of got a taste of their medicine. But within doing this, people don't realize there was a whole nother layer of entertainment just cut out, and money cut out, because with the rise of Netflix and these big corporate studios and everything out there, they've cut out this middleman. They've cut out the home video market, and that's why so many people say physical media is dead or dying, but it's really not. It has moved and changed to a niche market, and you know, a lot of these places and people are gone and stuff like that. And they don't, you know, luckily Charles Band and the Full Moon, you know, features are still around. And I know he has streaming, because I talk about how I don't like streaming. I do talk about how I don't like streaming a lot and everything. But if you like streaming, that is okay. It's just what it truly boils down to is that what Netflix and like Disney Plus and them have done to entertainment is because they've I've talked about it before in another video, where they've gone back to the old studio market, where they want to control what you see, how you see it, when you see it, and they want you to do it through them and them only. Where back in the day, we had so many more options. We had the video store, we had this home video market, we had Full Moon Pictures, we had Roger Corman, we had Troma, and so many other, like Trimark, and I'm trying to think of all these other like stricted video markets that they used to be. And they would come out and they would make these straight, you know, along with the big budgets and the independent films, they would come out, and so many directors and actors and corporations and small independent labels and independent directors and independent filmmakers, they were all doing really good. And then the streaming juggernaut that Netflix created, which is, as we see now, is a broken market. And most of them, besides Netflix and now Disney Plus, which actually turned a profit, which that pisses me off. You know, besides those two, most of these are failing and losing millions and millions of dollars a day. And I know Charles Band does have Full Moon, and I've never lied. I have the Full Moon streaming app. But with that, what's good about that is because he created that, because there is no more video store. But what's good about that is Charles Band is still putting out Blu-rays. He's moved into 4K a little bit. And with his new movie Quadrant, which I just recently talked to him about and did a review on, it's going to come out on VHS. He's releasing it on VHS. So he's sort of still keeping that alive and well, that market alive and well. And thank God we still have his company and everything. But I want to see the return of like these independent labels, because I've talked to so many independent directors and everything out there. And there's so many people there. You see, like, what's this crowdfunding? People have gone and they're making money and movies like this and everything. And that's why I will, even though I get mad at the Tubi editing things, but Tubi is a great place for independent directors and independent films, where they can get their films on there and hopefully get eyes on them, and then eventually they can get a Blu-ray, because a lot of the independent filmmakers want to still make a Blu-ray and a DVD, and in some cases a VHS to give to the public, but they have to go through these streaming routes. And this is what the home video market and the video store actually meant to so many, because there's a whole level of entertainment that's just been wiped away, and the whole level of money that they're just losing out on because of all these corporate big wigs streaming services and studios all trying to get into this and trying to control what you see and how you see it when you see it. And we're no longer getting that secondhand. Thank God for like boutique video store. Thank God for like boutique video labels that are putting out these Blu-rays and 4Ks, because as I've read and I've seen and I've covered here, those companies are keeping a lot of physical media alive and well. And they're starting to sell really well, because like the 4K market at one point in time, it was actually starting to outsell the Blu-ray market, which that's never been heard of. And the DVD market is still going strong, and the Blu-rays are still selling. So thanks to the boutique markets and people like Sony and stuff like that are actually still geared towards physical media, we're still getting that. And yes, maybe the video store wouldn't work in today's world. I still think maybe in certain areas a video store would actually work. But I agree with them. And that was such a fascinating conversation. I will put a link in the description down below if you guys want to hear the full conversation between Charles Band and William Catt, the Full Moon podcast. I will put a link in the description down below. It's very fascinating. I love listening to that. I love finding stuff like that when you see people like that have been in the business for so long. And have managed to survive with the change in times, and still be able to put out Blu-rays and DVDs and have a company, whether it's big or small, is just absolutely incredible. And I will continue to champion physical media. I will continue to champion independent filmmakers and independent film and independent creators, because I think, much like me, we miss that video store. We miss that the home video market, the feelings that we used to get when we went to the theater and saw a movie and had to wait 6 months to a year and then go to the video store, or that when we were at the video store and finding these straight to VHS movies, or movies that we we will skip past today on streaming, because like Charles Band said, there's no artwork. You don't see it. There was something clever and special about the marketing back in the day. Sometimes the movie sucked. Yes. Just like today, sometimes the movies suck, sometimes they're good, but there was just something special and different about it. And there's a whole business that has been lost because of these big streamers like Netflix and Disney Plus that have just destroyed a section of entertainment and don't know how to dig their way out of it. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys miss the video store? And look, I know I get tired of people telling me in my comments and stuff that the video store sucked and that they never had those experiences. Look, how many times are you gonna hear it? Like William Catt had it, Charles Band had it. I've had those experiences. I've talked to so many people that had those experiences. It was something special. It was something special. Did you guys have those experiences? What do you guys thought about this? What did you think about what Charles Band and William Catt said? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications. That'd be awesome if you're in your guys' subscriptions, or possibly share the video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you liked me, hated me, liked this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever y'all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Always support physical media, independent creators, independent labels, independent directors that you really, truly do like and trust and support, because they are the superior format and superior form of entertainment, at least at this point in time. Wherever you are, Godspeed.